In this video, we will talk about giant cell arteritis. So, giant cell arteritis is a type of vasculitis which is under the subcategory of large vessel vasculitis. Okay, so what is vasculitis? Vasculitis is the inflammation of the blood vessels. Okay, and there are various types of vasculitis, that is large vessel vasculitis, medium vessel vasculitis, and small vessel vasculitis. From this, we will today talk about giant cell vasculitis, which is a large vessel vasculitis. So, what is giant cell vasculitis? Giant cell vasculitis is also known as temporal vasculitis, right? So, what happens is, this is the face of the patient. Okay, these are the eyes, right? Mouth of the patient. Now, there is a artery which is the temporal artery that runs here, okay, at the temporal side of the head. Because of this giant cell vasculitis, that is an inflammation of these blood vessels, what happens is there are inflammation of the blood vessels which leads to focal granulomatous changes. Okay, so there is a focal granulomatous inflammation. This affects the blood flow, and this leads to pain. Okay, so patient will complain of unilateral headache. There will be inflammation going on, so trigeminal nerve will be affected, and there will be also jaw claudication because of the referred pain. Okay, it's like a referred pain. And the profile of the patient will be like, the patient will be elderly, okay, more than 60 years of age, females are mostly affected than males, and they can also complain of polymyalgia rheumatica. So this kind of the profile of the patient you will see. So in your ED, the patient can come with this unilateral headache, jaw claudication, and you see that patient is elderly, female, and they also complain of now and then body ache, okay, fatigue, all these symptoms. So now the next step you need to do is you need to order ESR, and you will see that ESR will be raised. Now what you need to do is steroids, corticosteroids. Why? Because there is a focal granulomatous inflammation, and to stop this inflammation you need to give them steroids. Okay, but you will ask me that why you need to give steroid on this spot. Okay, because just by this feature, okay, you can see this feature in many conditions, okay, and just by seeing these features and ESR raised, how can you give someone a steroid without any confirmatory diagnosis? The confirmatory diagnosis is by biopsy, and if you wait for the biopsy, then you can lose, you can lose many functions of the body, like there will be loss of vision, there can be even stroke if you don't give timely treatment. Why? Because this giant cell arteritis, only temporal artery is not affected, ophthalmic artery can also be affected, or any of the brain vessels can be affected, because this inflammation is affecting the large vessels. Okay, so not only temporal arteries, but most commonly temporal arteries affected, then ophthalmic arteries. So when the inflammation is going on temporal arteries, okay, there can be side by side inflammation occurring in the ophthalmic artery also. And if you don't treat this patient in time, if you don't stop the inflammation, then what will happen, that the ophthalmic artery will have a thrombosis, okay, it will be blocked, and there will be no blood supply to the eye. And you know that eyes have neurons, okay, there are retinal cells, there are ganglionic cells, they all are neurons. Once dead, all gone. Okay, the cells of the eye do not regenerate. These ganglion neurons do not regenerate. We know this from our basic physiology. So without wasting much of the time, okay, with the suspicion plus clinical features, okay, with the clinical features and with this ESR, we give them steroids, okay, we try to save their vision, right? There is no harm in giving steroids to this patient, okay, when we know that the risk benefit ratio, okay, if we don't give them steroids, then there will be so much risk than when we give steroids, right? So we need to give them steroids. Now if we talk about the biopsy, this disease affects the vessels focally. There are focal granulomatous inflammation, that means there are skip lesions, okay, that is, there is no uniform involvement of the inflammation. So for example, if you take biopsy from this region, it will come out to be absolutely normal, and you will think that patient is normal, patient is having some other condition. But no, you cannot just satisfy and just go with only one biopsy. You need to take other second biopsy also, and maybe you can get the results. Okay, so you need to take multiple uh, chips of tissues. You cannot take only one part and you can just do the biopsy. At a time you need to take multiple tissues from the multiple site, okay. Otherwise if you take from one region, then the biopsy can come out to be normal. So yeah, that's all for this video. Please don't forget to like,